Well, hello again, friend. Glad you can join me here on Let's Talk. Today's subject's going to be a little bit difficult, okay? We're talking about things becoming in short supply. I've heard on the news today that people are not going to be getting their EBT. The government cannot, quote unquote, get their collective together. So we're really going to have to make some hard choices here, folks. I mean, some people are prepared for it, some people are not. And some people just are having trouble making ends meet. And in the prepping community, which I'm a part of, we need to think about our fellow man. And there's going to be elderly out there that are having tough times making it and rely on EBTs to make their food budget stretch. But also, too, we need to have a caring heart as well. And we need to look and be spiritually moved by it. So if there's extra that you can donate to somebody in need, please do so. I mean, that's the thing you need to do. Excuse me. Sinuses are killing me today. Another thing you should really, really think about, and that is also to the children. There are children going hungry in this country, and that's a shame, too, because it shouldn't. And we look across here at the United States and we think this can't happen here. We're the land of plenty, so to speak, but that's not the case. I mean, things have changed over the last 10 to 15 years. Things that we took for granted are no longer there, and things are beginning to go up in price, as we haven't already found that out. I can tell you right from experience, things that I used to buy 5, 6 years ago are literally almost double what they are now. A grocery bill that you used to spend $100 a week on now are costing you closer to $300. I mean, in no way, or shape, or form are they going to tell us that everything is getting better, because it is not. So you ask yourself a question: how do I make this work? How do I do it? Well, you need to look to the past sometimes. Look at what our grandparents did, what our parents did when they had tough times, and how you made things stretch. I mean, you could actually take stuff and make your meals stretch. But as a prepper in the community here, you need to look at what you can spare to help out someone in need. And there are people out here right now that I can tell you that are going hungry because they do not have enough to eat. And with the food stamp thing now, the EBT cards not getting refilled on the first, that's going to exacerbate the problem very rapidly. I mean, I believe that there's a lot of problems there in that facility, in that program. Excuse me. But it can be changed. I mean, there are ways around it. People need to work. People need to look at their situation, balance their food budget in any way possible. Stretch it. I know it's tough, and it's very hard to say that when you're making it ends meet, but there is ways. And being someone, I've been on a diet now since April and have lost a massive amount of weight. I will tell you right now that stretching your food dollars can go a long, long ways. Soups, stews, stuff like that. Soups especially, you can make soups and stretch it. Stuff like that. Go to your food pantries, look at what they have to offer, and make that choice that, hey, I can stretch this. I heard a story once that a lady took a can of Spam and she stretched it into a full-blown 2 meals of it. Spam gravy. You can take a pound of sausage, add flour, extra milk and stuff, make some biscuits, stretch it out that way. Fat is filling, so add extra fat to it. You know, a 1 pound package of sausage can go a long, long ways, folks, if you know how to stretch it. But if we look in these tough times, we need to analyze the whole situation. Don't give up. There are help out there. Churches, food pantries, organizations are out there to help you. And please do not let children go hungry. There is no reason for that. I mean, pride hurts a lot of people and they don't like to ask for help, but you need to. There are good people out there that will help you if you just look for it and ask for it. I mean, you don't need the brand name stuff. You don't need all the fancy stuff. Look at it this way. It's better to go to bed having something in your stomach than nothing at all. Name brands don't mean anything. Look at the nutritional values of it. I mean, you can make casseroles easily stretched. Noodles, a little bit of chicken, some other stuff in it, boom. You know, it's just the way you look at the situation. You can't live out of the frozen food section. You know, we all like once in a while convenient stuff, but look at the situation that you're in, how you can stretch your food dollars, and how you can stretch meals. Leftovers never killed anybody. And please, for God's sakes, if you know of someone that's hungry, make them something and take it to them. Or give them stuff to help them. You know, a little bit extra in your cart, if you can afford it, to donate to the food pantry would be more than a blessing in disguise. Because I believe we're going to see more tough times ahead. This is only the beginning. Everything we're seeing right now, it's kind of like getting the spray before the tidal wave. I mean, you can see the storm clouds brewing, and you know it's coming. So why not get prepared? I mean, we all have to look at the situations that we're in and balance out what we need and what we don't need. My father once told me that I want you to write down on a piece of paper your wants and your needs. Yeah, your wants are probably going to be a lot more than your needs, he said. But make sure that your needs is the stuff you absolutely couldn't live without. The wants is like the icing on the cake. You can still eat the cake, you just don't need the icing. So, looking at this whole situation that you're in, if you can spare the extra, please do so. Because just think, there could be a time and a place you may need help yourself. And we know there's uncertain times ahead of us. And we need to pray and ask God for our help. And please do so every day. I mean, there are people who are in worse shape than we are. You can sit there and think, I don't know where I'm going to come up with the money to pay this, or I don't know how I'm going to feed my kids this and stuff. But you know what? I want you to think about this long and hard. There are people out there right now worse shape than you. And it may not be just in this country either. So just think about it strong and hard in your heart and look to what can be done to help people. Because it's out there, and I know it can be very difficult to think about others. But you know, just because when Christmas rolls around we think of it, we call it the time of giving, but does it have to end at Christmas? It shouldn't. It should go on all year long, no matter what time it is. You know, God gives us gifts every day. We just don't see it. But we only think about gift giving at a holiday, a birthday, a celebration. Why couldn't it be something that doesn't have to be a celebration or a holiday? Why couldn't it just be out of the goodness of your heart? We really need to think long and hard because a situation can change at any moment. Financial could hit us hard somewhere or another. Storm clouds could brew in on us, destroy something that we've worked so hard, you know, a catastrophe. We just don't know. But one thing we can be certain on, that we got to be able to rely on each other and have our faith in God. Because without none of this, we can't survive. And I know this is a whole different video than what you're used to seeing here, but society itself is not making it easy on anybody. We only hear what our government is telling us that, hey, it's looking great, but as American citizens, and if you're in other countries as well, I'm here to tell you that is not so. We need to live in reality, and reality states that things are bad. And we can make light of the situation if we sit there and believe what our government's telling us. But we can also, too, take this to heart and change the things that we can change. Because these storm clouds will pass sometime, too. We just don't know when. And like my grandmother told me about the Great Depression, you just made it work. There were tough times, but you just made it work. Worrying never solved it. Just keep on doing and keep pressing through. And you'll learn that things will get better. That's something we really need to get down on our knees and pray each and every night, that God will watch over us and protect us. So, any questions or comments you have about this, or if you would like to add a comment to this, please do so. I'm sorry this is not the typical weight loss video that you're usually used to hearing, but I thought this had to be said because it was time that we came out and talked about it. I mean, that's what Let's Talk's about. Getting your vocal cords heard and what we need to speak about out there. I mean, we need to be prepared in all shapes or forms. I mean, this storm we're in right now could blow over quickly. And then again, it could be a long-lasting storm. And with winter coming on, it's going to make it a lot tougher. You got the bills that are coming in higher. Christmas is just around the corner. And also, too, you're going to be worrying about how you're going to keep your house warm. And you've got other expenses underneath of it. Just pray and keep it in God's hands. He'll always be faithful. So just remember that, okay? Just remember, folks, no matter how hard the struggle is, there's always hope. Thank you again for coming here on Let's Talk. Be sure to click that like and subscribe and leave a comment down below if you would like to add something to this, or you would like to hear me talk about something, because I would sure love to hear from you. Thank you very much, and we will see you again very soon here on Let's Talk.